Welcome to Hoops R Us, the best podcast ever.
Time to run it all. I wake up. Yeah. I wake up. Flex them down.
Boom. Hey guys, welcome to episode 2 of Hoops Are Us. I hope you guys enjoyed your Halloween. Didn't mean to scare you like that. Anyways, we have an action pack of drama today. We have a player who just got suspended already. Man, that's insane. We also got a lot of teams coming out of nowhere, becoming 6-0. Is it too early to make predictions? We'll see. But we have an action pack, so I hope you guys enjoy this episode. Let's get right to it.
All right. The first one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy. Put in my hours, send the invoice and they pay me. I need 6 rings like MJ and Tom Brady. I wake up, flex, thumb down and check. No. Alright, so we got a little surprise here. We got my uncle Alcedo as our special guest. So we had to bring you on. I mean, this topic, a player just got suspended. And guess who it is?
To no surprise.
Yeah, Kyrie Irving. And it's only
Man,
been like 7 games. This is insane.
man, oh man. I mean, like Sander mentioned, we saw this come down and we said we got to get Mr. Colon on to talk about this because there's so much to unpack here. And first off, I think a good way to start is, Sander, from a kid's perspective, do you understand what Kyrie is getting suspended for and what he did initially? Let's start there.
Kind of, but not really, not clearly per se.
That's fine. That's fine. What do you understand from it as a kid?
I
And
know
there's
that
there's no wrong answer here.
Mm-hmm.
he was fighting some anti-soul, I forgot what's it called. But like he was like arguing with like Jewish people and talking about like their religion. So like something towards that area.
All right.
Yeah.
So the reason why I asked Sander is because, and Sander's a Kyrie fan, right? You like his sneakers, you like watching his highlights, you know. So what Kyrie's
sometimes though. I mean,
listen, but what Kyrie's involved in is anti-Semitism, which is, it's a big deal from a social perspective. So as the adults in the room, I'll say, how do you define what first off, what Kyrie got accused of doing and what his given situation is?
Well, I haven't been following the situation rather closely just because I've completely just removed myself from the rhetoric of being able to follow everything that's being said. But from what I understand, the gist of it is that, he believes that, and by plausible deniability, as in he's not stating anything, it's just that he's communicating it through his social media following, or I guess platforms, that he's just literally posting pictures. And we all know that, pictures do have an impact, especially in this day and age when we overreact to everything that is going on around us. Kyrie has a following, and he has been on the record for going out there with these theories, such as the Earth is flat theory, and he's not doing himself any favors as of late. One of the things that I know from just being able to follow sports as of late, the Nets literally and the NBA gave him an avenue where he can literally disavow his comments and anti-Semitism. And he decided, in a very politically correct answer, I feel like, he did not turn out the fire, right? He had the opportunity to just say, hey, listen, I was speaking out of context, blah, blah, blah. I did not mean any harm by my words. I hope that we can come to a common ground and get understanding on the matter. That would have been perfect. But he went off on a tangent And Kyrie is going to do what Kyrie does, and he's going
Yep.
to give people things to talk about.
There you
So,
go.
one of the very important things that I've noticed is that, when people have given Kyrie an out, um, he doesn't take that out. He's going to try to deflect, and he's going to try to even um, go around the whole situation by just talking in a way that makes it seem like everyone is the one that is misconstrued and he is the one that is wrong. And that breeds a little bit of narcissism in my
Yeah.
eyes.
I mean, to say the least, Kyrie has probably taken entitlement and he's taken his platform to another level.
Right.
Just to kind of level set for everybody. So Kyrie was condemned, to say the least, for tweeting a picture of a movie that's called
What was it
Hebrews.
called?
It's called
Hebrews to like
Hebrews to
Negroes, right?
Negroes, Wake Up
Yeah.
Black America. And it's based on a book by a gentleman known as Ronald Dalton, who is known as being anti-Semitic and, just seen as somebody that's kind of on the bad list of society, right?
Mm.
So Kyrie, the problem is he's in a platform where you can't just pick and choose, right? If you post something, you've got folks like Sander, who's a kid, who's going to say, oh, if Kyrie likes this, maybe I should like this. If Kyrie likes these sneakers, I like these sneakers. If Kyrie's wearing his armband in this way, I want to wear my armband in this way.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's what Kyrie's not understanding. It's,
He has
listen,
an influence.
yeah,
Correct.
your audience is not
Yeah.
just somebody that, quote unquote, based on Kyrie's theory, is at the educated level that you are, which
Mhm.
is questionable to say the least, because he
Well,
likes to go against the grain. Go ahead, Sander.
it's a little
Mhm.
weird though, cause like he's taking it to like a higher level that like people my age we just don't understand what he's trying to do.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Now
Mhm.
we're just thinking like, dude, just play basketball. We kind of just want to see you play,
There we
you know?
go.
So he's taking it too far, I think. Like I we've never seen no one's has ever seen a player like with so much like drama off the court, and I think he should just just stop it at this point. I
Mm.
think this season, like, that's it. Let me guess, after the suspension, just play every game that he could possibly play, you know, and just
That
get a ring, dude, before you could talk. I
that
mean,
ain't
like,
happening. We all know
Yeah,
that ain't happening.
that is definitely not happening. And one of the things that I've
yeah,
noticed also is that, this country, and not to get political, but, you know, a lot of the things that are happening with this country is being controlled by the rhetoric, right? The rhetoric is, hey, listen, freedom of speech. Everyone has an idea. Everyone has an opinion. Everyone can voice their opinions. Yes. But I feel like at the same time, we've gone away from the facts, right? And the facts speak when pictures say something else. And we have a lot of people that are questioning a lot of the things that happened in history, right? Which is what I feel like uh, Kyrie Irving is trying to do, right? He's trying to question whether there was a Holocaust. He's trying to question whether, going back to the whole Earth is flat theory. He's
yeah.
trying to question whether scientists that have been studying this for thousands of years, they are obviously wrong because, in his eyes, he is the supreme being. And again, and I go back to the same word, he's starting to reek of being a narcissist, right? Because narcissists, when they believe that they are right and everybody else is wrong, well, you're not the one seeing it my way, so you can't be right.
Well, I think
And
players'
even,
thoughts are also like
mhm,
getting exposed even more because of social media. So
mhm,
maybe if someone said this back in the day, I bet it wouldn't have gone out because, like,
very good.
there
Yes,
is no
very good
Instagram,
observation.
there is no
Correct.
Twitter.
Yep.
So I think that's also what's not helping Kyrie with this situation
Hmm.
as well. So now, like, basically the whole world knows.
Depends on how you see it. Is it not
Yeah.
helping him because he's doing it for a reason? And I think it's
Hmm.
because he wants that exposure as well. Remember, Kyrie doesn't think he's wrong. That's the whole
Hmm.
fact behind this, right? So Kyrie does not feel that he should be associated with being anti-Semitic. And again, just to define it, that's when you're hostile or prejudiced against Jewish people specifically, right? So he doesn't feel that he is condoning that, but by putting that tweet out, you're adding fuel to a fire, right? You're bringing fame and influence to a work of, we'll call it a work of art that is offensive to a certain race, and in this case,
Yes.
Jewish people.
And thank you for bringing that up, because one of the things that I wanted to allude to was that, during that press conference, he could have completely just said,
Yep.
hey, this is a mistake. I misspoke. I think that we can become a united front if we just talk about this openly. And I invite people of the Jewish faith to come and actually have a conversation, or I could just go to you. Now, what he left was a lot of
Arguing like with a
questions,
reporters
a
and
lot of questions to still be answered, even when they gave him the opportunity to just come out and say that he was wrong.
Yeah, and if we look at the Nets statement, they mentioned that multiple times where, hey, it took a while, but that's because we were trying to work with Kyrie. We were trying to figure this out. We gave him multiple opportunities to clear it up, and he continued to choose not to. And
the dude's the Antonio Brown of the NBA, pretty much. I mean, like, it's insane. Like,
he's going to get to the point where his talent is not going to outshine his poison, unfortunate. And I hate to associate that word with such a talented person that I think means well, but he just has no guidance, and he does it his way, and he doesn't care. And just quickly shifting this to a basketball conversation, to Sanders' point, we just want to see him play ball, because now let's look at this from the Brooklyn Nets standpoint. KD tried to get out. If you guys remember, KD was like, trade me. This guy is not it.
Yeah.
I want to get traded. So what do you think about the Nets' chances now, Sander, with Kyrie? Remember, they said a minimum of 5 games. It doesn't mean it's 5 games. It means it's a minimum, and we'll see where he's at. So the way it's looking, Kyrie might be like, I'm not changing my stance. What are you going to do?
I don't know. I think the Nets should just like move on. I think it's over. Like, I don't even think teams should sign that. I mean, they can sign Kyrie and deal with his drama. I wonder who's gonna put up with it. But like, the Nets can't handle stuff like this. And like, if you trade him, you could get someone out of him who is not mentally like, wild. And I don't want to just like judge him like that either, because people have their opinions. But like, he takes it a little too far. Like, now he's insulting other religions, which is pretty messed up in my view.
Well, I mean, just to keep it in the basketball sense, I think that, a while back when all the moves were happening in Brooklyn, a lot of people said, oh my God, here we go. Brooklyn is going to be the team of New York. I always said, I don't buy into it. I do not buy into it. Even if the Nets win, they're still not going to be a more marquee team than New York Knicks. I mean, we know why, right? It's MSG, the fans, the celebrities. But I just never bought into it, because I'm the kind of person that you need to show me first in order for me to believe, right?
Yeah.
But who's going to trade for him? There is somebody that is willing to put up with all that mess.
His value just went down again.
He did. It did. But there is somebody who's willing to put up with all that mess.
James Dolan.
LeBron?
Listen, we know who we're talking about, and they've won together before.
LeBron.
So,
LeBron will take him in a heartbeat.
LeBron will jump on that bandwagon and be like, hey, Kyrie. Yo, Kyrie, listen, you didn't mean that. You know you didn't mean that. You know we've had conversations. Come on now.
Matter of fact, I'll speak for you on the media.
Yeah. I've done a really, really good job of speaking up for players. I take this on the chin. Don't worry about it. I got this.
So what do you think, like a Kyrie for like AD type of trade?
Lakers won't do it.
Lakers won't do it.
I mean, the Lakers will have to sacrifice something. Well, the GM will have to sacrifice something in order to get that type of player.
I mean, maybe Westbrook
ain't gonna do it.
Yeah, but think about draft picks as well. What if it's Westbrook and a draft consideration for a Kyrie, which this would be a disaster trade for the Lakers, because you're taking a risk again, and they already took a risk and failed with Westbrook. Imagine taking another risk with Kyrie, and being locked up
I
for a
mean,
whole nother year.
Hmm.
that's true, but
Well,
I think LeBron's gonna like deal with that, bro.
I don't
That's
think
why,
nobody wants to touch Kyrie right now. He's like Kanye
and
West right
also
no.
like
now.
Yeah,
Kyrie's not
very
like
very good point.
he's not like a rusty player either though. Like Westbrook
No.
just got like worse. Kyrie,
Hmm.
like when he plays,
Kyrie still got it.
he drops 60, he drops
Yeah.
30s. Like yo, he still got it at least.
I'm gonna go out on the limb here, guys, and I think that the way it's looking, one, I don't think Kyrie's gonna back down, and I think that this may be it for Kyrie in the basketball.
Ooh.
I don't blame you for that.
Hey,
I
he's
would
only got
actually,
1 year left, right? 1 year left on contract.
Yeah, I
dude,
believe so. I think that
he
this
might
is,
retire.
I think that this might be it for Kyrie in basketball.
This
I
is
think so.
this is giving me like Carmelo Anthony vibes when he was
Yeah.
on some. I think I'm still this type of player, but you're not. Except this is from a
Hmm.
social standpoint. The talent is
Exactly.
gonna outweigh the headache. I mean, the headache is gonna
Hmm.
outweigh the talent,
The talent.
and I think it's true. I think the NBA, they're gonna know he's got talent, but nobody's gonna want to give him what he's gonna think he deserves, and
Yeah.
nobody wants the headache.
And the other thing too that we forget is that Adam Silver, I believe, is Jewish himself.
I mean,
Oh,
listen, not only that,
oh,
guys, these are the Brooklyn Nets. So
Yeah.
we're all born and raised in New York. Alcedo,
And we know.
born and raised
We
in the
know.
Bronx, like I am
Yeah.
and myself. I lived in Riverdale for a bit, a lot of a huge Jewish community. And then Brooklyn is the mecca of Jewish
Of
communities. Like,
in New York City.
they
I
are
mean, God,
of
They
yeah.
Jewish
are.
communities. Oh,
Yeah,
They are.
Brooklyn is where it's at. Brooklyn, picture. So,
Yep.
Sandra, you lived in Riverdale for a bit. Picture
right.
Riverdale, how small that was. Now multiply that in size in terms of the Jewish community that you have in Brooklyn.
So it's a lot of Jewish
And
people.
Yeah,
and how fast they come together for a cause.
oh, absolutely. And this is,
I
listen,
mean,
it's not a great light, but it's going to bring awareness because, again, here you are, Sandra, you're 13, and now you're going to go and find out what is anti-Semitism. You know, why should I not do that? What's the problem with it? So there is an
correct.
educational aspect to it, but this is not a good look for Kyrie, no matter how he draws it up. Nike already started to kind of remember they already pulled out of the Kyrie deal, saying they're not going to make any more new shoes.
And also, Kyrie's gonna get probably less fans. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's some Jewish kids who like Kyrie Irving.
Absolutely.
Like,
Of
they're
course.
gonna be like, yo, should I like this dude? He doesn't respect my religion. Like, how should I feel? It's gonna be like pretty weird for
It's just a bad situation because now think about it. Even you, Sanders. So Sanders going to a bunch of bar mitzvahs, by the way. You're going to
yeah,
two of them this weekend,
yeah,
and just think about it from the perspective of if you support Kyrie, it's only so much you can say. Oh, I just like him as a player. I just like him as a player. At some point, it's like, dude, you can't just like somebody that continues to promote hate towards my community, and you have so many friends that are Jewish. So
yeah.
he's digging his own grave. But I think we've hit a lot on Kyrie. I thought it was extremely important to get Mr. Colon out. Anytime we need something educational or
Yeah.
social wise, we got to bring
Yeah.
you into those. So you're going to be our special guest when it comes to the social aspect of the NBA because this falls into that category of player entitlement, their social
yeah, for sure.
awareness. You know, the fact that the players kind of run the league,
Pretty
and
much.
this fell right into that loop and is live. This thing just came down. Kyrie has a minimum 5-game suspension. So, you know, it's. I'll leave you with this, Alcedo. Let's just switch gears real quick.
Sure.
Who you got? Luka or Curry today?
Wow. I will have to say today. They play tonight at what time?
No, I'm talking about
No,
today.
like-
Who would you
Oh,
take
to-
to
like-
start your
oh.
team today?
Oh no.
For 1
I'll
year.
take Luka. I'll take Luka Doncic.
Hold
I
on,
mean,
let me back up.
Well,
Let's say
obviously
you only
to
have
start a team
no,
though.
no, no.
Like,
I'll take that back. If you had to win this year, the 2023 championship, not 2024, 2025, 2023 championship, you can start with one player. Are you picking Curry today or are you picking Luka today for 1 year?
Curry's a better leader.
I gotta take Luka Doncic.
Woo!
I have to, and it's not because of the ability to score, but it's the ability to get other people involved. I feel like, to me, Luka can do more on the basketball court than Curry. He can post you up. He can get people involved with the passing. He can take threes. Um, and he's not a bad rebounder either. And he's about 6'8", if I'm not mistaken. So, he can hit the post too. So for me, for my cup of
He's
tea,
not even a true
um,
point guard.
exactly my point,
You
right?
think
So
Curry is?
exactly my
He's.
point.
I mean,
He's about 6'8", but he's averaging 5 assists a game, 8 rebounds, 9 rebounds sometimes, and he's also scoring what, maybe
Leading the league
30.
right now.
leading
36,
the
I think
league.
it is.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm sorry, but I think I'm gonna have to go with all of that,
Hot.
Mm,
and the fact that he can back down a power forward and a jab step here, and boom, and it's off the glass and
I
money.
mean, he's too slow to do any moves like that either.
Well, you see, that's when it gets into the particulars of the player. There are a lot of things that Steph Curry does that he's great at, and there are a lot of things that Luka does that he's really, really good at.
oh
And they're
yeah.
just completely opposite players, I think. In
Yeah.
my point of view, completely opposites. They're still both amazing players. If I will have to choose one for my liking of basketball, I'll definitely pick Luka over Steph Curry.
Uh,
Ooh.
Yeah.
I don't know, Sander. All right, so Mr. Cologne, appreciate the time, brother. As
Thank you
always,
for having me.
great education.
Appreciate it. Thank
Appreciate
you.
it. We'll have you again soon.
All right. All
yes,
right.
sir.
Take it easy. Have a good night. Bye bye.
You
Later,
too.
brother.
All right.
So, Sander, that was great. I mean,
Damn.
listen, a couple of things to unpack there. So, Kyrie is just losing fans by the
Yeah.
second. I mean, I just thought of it. It's crazy how you're going to 2 bar mitzvahs this weekend with two of your friends,
Yeah.
and Kyrie is just digging a hole deeper and deeper with things that there's no reason for him to tweet that. Like, dude, you gotta understand
Just keep
you're
it
not
and
just a normal person. You're not just some
exactly.
troll on social media.
Like, just keep it in
Like,
your head, bro. Like, you don't
yeah,
have to release it. You
listen,
don't have to.
I've seen controversial TV shows in my lifetime. It's like, okay, this is controversial. That's a little crazy. I'm not gonna go and tweet about it or put it on Instagram and say, oh, by the way, I thought this film was great. If I feel that it's offensive to people that follow me, that's just common sense and social awareness. So,
That's just insane. Wait, doesn't
Kyrie,
he like? I have a question though. Like, he does Ramadan though. I thought that was like kind of Jewish.
no, that's more Muslim. But you know what? Either
Oh,
way, I mean, without getting too into religion, the fact is he's promoting something that offends a certain group or a certain culture. That's it. When you're famous, when you're a basketball player, you got to make a decision. Either you're just a basketball player and you've got no social life that you're exposing to the public, or you're active in society and you are held accountable for what you put out there from a social aspect. And he's kind of just like not socially aware of his actions and what he says and what he does. I mean, listen, it wasn't that long ago that the whole COVID thing and the vaccine was a whole issue with Kyrie Irving that could have
yeah.
potentially cost the Nets a championship run. So this is
I
not
think
new.
their championship run is over. Like right now.
I mean,
Depends. You
Kevin
never know what
Durant
this guy does.
must regret this like, oh my god, so bad.
I don't know what Durant should do. Should he just stay or should he
He
just
doesn't have a choice. He tried to get traded
How
and
many
they didn't
years does
budge.
he have?
I don't know. I think he's got like 3 more years. He was meant to retire as a Net. So I think Kyrie's only got one though. I think this is last year. So I think they're gonna eat that salary and say, dude, go on your way. We're gonna do it without you. And I think they gotta focus on Kevin Durant. I mean, to your point, maybe they should trade for somebody else. Look
Yeah.
for one of those teams that's rebuilding and try to get a young guard. I mean, imagine Spider Mitchell in that team, dude.
Yo,
He's
bro,
going off.
Ben Simmons is on that team
Oh
too,
my god, I forgot
bro.
about Ben Simmons. Another
That
mental
dude is
case.
crazy as well.
I forgot
Like,
what is Ben Simmons is like
bro,
not even I didn't even know he was on the Nets. I mean I knew,
he's on
but I didn't know what is he
over here
doing?
scoring like 12 points, 5 points. I think he's
Uh,
just gonna be rusty.
no boy.
They
I don't know,
got
man.
Ben Simmons though, bro. Like,
I don't know.
that's
I don't know.
another mental guy.
But listen, I mean, I think that was the hottest news today. Let's go
Oh
through
yeah, for
a
sure.
little bit of rapid fire, Sander. What else we got going on around the league? For this one.
So we got Bucks over here dominating. I don't think that's shocking,
Not
is it?
surprising. Nope.
But Giannis looks like he's trying to win that. Another MVP.
Oh, he
But
he could
not
win one
shocking.
every year. Yep.
Luca looked like he trying to win MVP,
Dude, he's leading the league in scoring and getting like
that's not
eight
shocking
eight
though, bro. Like
rebounds. It is for a point guard.
what do you mean for a point guard? Like last year he was almost doing that. Curry has done that before, like leading it as a point guard.
All
Like
right,
bro,
all right, all right. What else we got?
yo, what's up with the Blazers, bro? Why are they looking good?
Yo, this
I mean,
dude. You know what's crazy? The
Damian
injury
Lillard,
that
bro.
Dame Lillard had was so
You told me
interesting.
that it was so like crazy, but he looks
Hey,
perfectly fine to me.
what
I mean, I
exactly
don't
was
know.
the diagnosis? Like, why did he miss so much time?
I forgot, but it was pretty serious. You're right. But like, I don't know, dude. He looks the same to me. I'm just saying.
No,
They
but he
beat the
had.
Nuggets. They beat the Suns. They beat the Suns, bro. Like
I mean, by
they
the
beat
way,
Nuggets, Suns.
Dame Lillard is going to be out for 1 to 2 weeks. Like now, he got injured again.
God, all right.
But what is
I
it? He
know
had
that
he had
Dame
like a
Lillard's
serious
injury
injury that
prone,
kept him
though,
out like
bro.
all season.
I don't know. I mean, Damian Lillard is he's made out of glass too. I think he gets injured a lot. I mean, he just got this like one serious injury as well. But I don't know. Like, think he's starting to get made out of glass, like Anthony Davis.
Abdominal surgery. So something like in his abs. Like he had like a some really weird situation with his abs. I'm saying it was weird, and it was like career threatening supposedly. And then he's back like nothing
Career
happened.
threatening for real.
Yeah,
He's back over here like y'all. I'm chilling.
dude,
I'm still.
he had abdominal surgery.
Yeah, that's insane, bro.
That's crazy. But
Damn.
they're looking good. The Cavs are looking good, bro. Oh my God, Donovan Mitchell is looking
Donovan
legit.
Mitchell.
He's
Yo,
such
he's
a
the
good
best player on
fit
that
there.
team.
Oh, he knew that the moment he walked in, but I think
Well,
he
you said he's a good defender. Wait, what?
no. I think he knew that he was going to be the best player walking in because he's going into a place with young players that are going to respect him, and they know that he's the main scorer. But you have, a point
Garland's still
guard.
hitting his shots like
Yeah,
crazy
but
good.
Garland is also creating, right? So Garland is falling into his point guard role. Mitchell is
Yeah.
your shooting guard
Oh,
role.
Garland's also injured though. So,
Yeah,
he
but not
came
only
back.
that,
I think.
and then you got your big guys. Mobley, who's a young guy, he's not trying to say, "Oh, I need to score my 30." Allen is
You
a
got Jared
defensive guy.
Allen, defensive guy. Yo,
They all have their roles.
that team's a young, good team, bro. They're like the Celtics. I feel like,
Yeah, I mean
and they're
they're legit.
clicking, yo. They
By
are
the way,
just.
speaking of Brooklyn Nets and Celtics and more drama, dude, the Nets are rumored to
Oh
supposedly
my,
hire the ex
Jesus Christ.
coach of the Celtics who was
That would
suspended
be. I mean, in
for
my opinion,
what was it, sexual harassment or whatever it
bro, they
was.
fired Steve Nash. Can we talk about that real quick?
Oh, forgot about. Oh my,
They
the
just
Nets
fired.
drama is
Yeah, alright.
nonstop.
This is a little insane.
This team is like the Kardashians. That's what we're gonna label them. So the Kardashians. What's the Kardashians' record right now?
Yo, that.
You know what's funny? Kim Kardashian actually married a guy that used to play for the Nets.
Golly, bro.
Oh my God, the
I'm
Nets are
telling you,
cursed.
these guys are
The
insane.
Nets
They
got the
fired Steve
Kardashian
Nash though.
curse. The Nets got the
What?
Kardashian curse.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my God. Yo,
They
they
fired
fired
Steve
Steve Nash
Nash.
after 7 games. He had a 2-5
Why?
record.
But
So
I like the Emi guy. Like he still won them. He won. He
I
made
mean,
it to the
he
finals
took it to the finals, but he's a
and
pervert.
without Brad Stevens.
Obviously, he got in trouble. I mean, he's an idiot, right? Because you're a
Yeah.
brand new coach, bro. Focus on your career. You just made it to the finals. Like he was about to be the hottest coach in the league. He had a great team that just made it to a championship.
I mean,
How could you
I
ruin
think
that?
I mean I guess his coaching's good, but like that team's also pretty damn good, and he's 45. He ain't young, bro.
No, but for coaching terms, that's young, dude. I mean, 45 is young in NBA terms.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean,
Oh,
dude,
all right. Yeah, Popovich over here like 60, bro.
Steve Kerr's not 45. Steve Kerr's in his 50s.
Yeah.
So
All right.
that's young for a coach, but still. I mean, the Nets are rumored to take him. Then they got this Kyrie nonsense going on. They're a disaster.
This is
But
insane. Yo,
two
Greg
and
Popovich
five,
is 72.
2 and 5 to fire somebody. So to me, that says you were planning on firing him over the summer. Why didn't you just do it? You think a 2-5 record gave you the evidence you were waiting for to fire him? because now you just wasted a whole summer where you could have gone for certain free agents, could have made some trades, you could have made different decisions. Because
have
a
a
coach
question.
likes to do their own stuff.
Was it his fault that these guys were losing and getting swept by a team like the Celtics?
So when you go 2-5 and the coach gets fired, it's because something either happened where a superstar like a Kevin Durant goes up to leadership and says, it ain't going to work with this guy, or where you pretty much had this guy hanging on a thread, and the first moment you noticed that the team was not responding to his coaching anymore, you were going to pull the trigger. But like I said, that's stupid. Like, this whole summer you could have had somebody else, because remember, you're talking about game planning, free agency, the draft. All these things were done with Steve Nash's input. So now if you fire the guy, you just wasted a whole year of preparation. The NBA doesn't just start when the first game of the season starts. The NBA starts in the offseason with free agency, with trades. All that stuff was influenced by Steve Nash. The Nets are a disaster.
This is insane, dude. I can't believe we forgot about all that. So like that team's a nutcase, bro. Like that team is wow, dude. How, bro? I bet in 2020, if 2022 us would have said, "Yo, that team has not even won a championship." They also had Ben Simmons. I mean, they traded James Harden by like. Us, 2020, us would not believe us.
The Nets' new name is the Kardashians. That's what we're gonna call them. Drama all day. So with that,
right.
I think we should wrap
it up. Yeah.
So I think we should end on a little AAU. So this season you're gonna be busy. So we're walking into winter season. Baseball is done. So let's talk about how many teams you're playing for this winter.
So I'm playing for one. Like how can I say it? Like a local, like it's a local team around our house. It's called CYO.
Yeah.
I'm
so
playing
for
St.
Augustine.
St. Augustine, yeah.
So that's this little rec basketball there. There we go.
Rec basketball. There we go. Rec basketball, right? And then I'm playing for an AAU team called Locals Only, which is a great organization.
And they're out of Westchester, New York.
Yeah, they're in Westchester, New York. And then I'm playing for Faith and Grind, which you guys have heard me say a couple of times.
We're going to get Coach Mike on one of these upcoming episodes.
Yeah, we're going to get my Coach Mike on one of these episodes for sure. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And so 3 basketball teams.
And you're going to try out for your school team.
And trying out for your school. Yo.
So that might be 4. Dude. Yeah. You're gonna eat, live, and breathe basketball, man.
Yes, sir. You already know. The grind don't stop.
It's gonna be fun. I think it'll be great insight to share, kind of how it's going in each league, what you're learning, the experiences, and a lot of exposure to AAU. And like I said, we're gonna get Coach Mike on one of these episodes ASAP, just to talk about kind of the world of AAU and what his organization represents, as well as what the competition and just the level of youth sports, how it's evolved over the last couple of years with AAU basketball specifically. So can't wait for that conversation. But all right, buddy, great job. Really interesting topics. Gonna try to get this episode out ASAP.
A good learning topic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, listen, if nothing else, Kyrie's situation is at least helping educate young men such as yourself to learn about kind of what not to do, but at the same time, just get educated on different issues and situations we have in our society that are very real. I mean, I joked about Kanye West, but he's obviously a very famous artist, and he was recently in a very similar situation, and we saw the repercussions of that. Adidas dropped him. So listen, it's a big deal, right? So we obviously promote togetherness.
He's the Antonio Brown of the NBA.
Yeah, no. So we don't condone any discrimination against any groups, religions, beliefs. And like I said, it's just easier to love and just be together as a society and in all human races. So with that, great episode, buddy. Good job. Have a great day, everyone. And we'll see you all at the next episode of Hoops Are Us.
See you guys. Later. Peace.
Time to run it all. I wake up. Yeah. I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check, no drip, this wet. tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch. Tell them run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down, now check. No drip, this. Tell them run it up.